Hey everyone, Josh here. Apologies that this video doesn't show the repair process, but I did just want to talk about this unit I fixed here. It's another 007, otherwise known as XeDK. And the stickers, if you're interested. This unit came with severe damage. You can see there's some delamination here, but I got lucky, and there's no trace disturbances there, so that was good. When I got this unit, the GPU was popcorned, and as well, it had been attempted to be reballed, but it was on all kind of crooked and not right. And the CPU wasn't soldered at all. It seems that the CPU was, they probably attempted to solder it with lead-free solder balls on it, and they never got it hot enough, so it just kind of was sticking to the flux or whatever. So when the guy who owned it pulled the heatsink off, the CPU just came off because it was never soldered. So obviously the system needed a lot of work. There was also a short circuit on the board. I had to trace down some SMD parts and needed a full recap. As you can see, we got all of them done. 12 volts, 6.3s here, but it already had the solids from the factory, so we didn't have to swap those out. Did clean the board up as well. It was pretty nasty. And then got the new GPU and CPU installed, which I had to do very carefully because of the popcorn damage here, so heat control had to be very, very careful. I didn't want to risk those traces being damaged. Unfortunately, under the GPU, there was a bad pad that I had to repair, so I had to run a little trace wire and coil it up to make a pad for the GPU. And then I also didn't have an A21N2 to put on, so it's just got an A32 on it. That's not a problem because these are production fused, so it doesn't matter what's on the EEPROM. So for the CPU, just got a DD1 here. It's actually the last one I have in stock right now. I've got to get some more of these. It is all set and ready to go, so we'll go ahead and get some heatsinks on it. I'll show it to you. Okay guys, we are set up here. Got the heatsinks on, just a fan and shroud. Now I did have to actually replace the voltage regulator there for this fan. For some reason, after the first time I turned the system on, the fan worked, and then it just stopped working, and I traced it down to this voltage regulator. There had been some corrosion in that area, but initially everything was fine, but then the part died, so I swapped it. I've also got a hard drive here with some XeDK stuff on it, and obviously we've got our Titan card. I just put this paper here for now, because I don't want to mount this, as this one is my Titan, so this isn't going back to the customer, so as a result, it's just going to chill here for now to boot the system. So, yeah, let's give it a boot. Let's see what happens. And as you can see, we got a handshake there. Titan's going the Knight Rider pattern, and it's booting up.
Yes! It is functioning properly!
So it is functioning properly, and I'm very, very happy about that. I wasn't sure if this system would be able to be saved, to be totally honest with you, but it's working great now. It was a lot of work, but we got it done, and so yeah. It's time to do some stress testing. I did already run the memory test, and that passed, so that's good. And I guess what we should probably do is let's get our controller out here, and we can just check out some of the light shafts here. This is always a good stress test, as you can test a lot of the shaders or whatever. I'm not entirely sure exactly, because I'm not really a software developer or game developer or anything, but, you know, test the rendering, the GPU, and all that. So, nice little program. So, I'm going to run these tests, but it looks like the system is good to go. So thank you for watching. I know this video is really short. I didn't have time to film the whole process, but regardless, I hope you enjoy.